I put the safe on the floor, drilled it in, and then I gave her the key. She goes, "Oh, don't give me the key."
He can be my father, he can be my brother, also he can be my kid most of the time, like a boy.
I was telling some people about it. They go, "Oh, she's going to steal from me." No, she won't steal from me. No.
So many bad behavior here in Pai and also all over Thailand now.
She stole all my money. And I went to the police, and the police said, "Oh, we can't do anything about it. It's in her house."
Let's see if I'm saying something bad. If I'm saying the name of that country in the camera line now.
My mother's mother had Alzheimer's.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw the degeneration. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
All right, Vincent and Pen. I have to say, since the last time we met, many people have asked about you and they wanted me to check in to see how Vincent is doing. Your video, I think over 100,000 people watched your video last time. And so let me just start off nice and easy. And how have you been?
I've been well, a lot better than the last time also. I mean happier.
Happier?
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see, Vincent, that you're doing so well. And you're looking really good.
Oh, thank you.
So how have you been, Vincent?
I've been good. I mean, she basically takes care of me and makes me go to the gyms. I go to the gym and work out, and I would say overall, I'm definitely improving. My memory is getting a lot better. Okay. I mean, I really notice differences. Even last night, when I was like kind of resting and getting ready for sleep, my brain was like going over things in a way that it hasn't done for years.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm definitely improving.
So for those that don't know, Vincent has Alzheimer's, and you're very aware of that day to day, Vincent. Are you aware that you're dealing with the Alzheimer's? Is it something you have to consider yourself, or is it something you don't think about much?
Well, I would say I'm very self-aware.
Okay.
Because, I have all kinds of physical issues. I got the broken, I got the leg, I got the shoulder, I got my balance, I got my Alzheimer's. So I'm pretty much always paying attention to what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
Because if I don't, I tend to get in trouble, basically.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been going to the gym. Going to the gym, exercising has been the best thing for Alzheimer's I've ever come across. I don't mean just light. I mean like major pushing getting the pulse up, really doing it for like 40 minutes. It makes a big improvement, a noticeable improvement.
And what other things do you do? What was your care routine for yourself?
That's a good question. I eat really well because she cooks really well, and very healthy. Yeah, and so my life in some ways is like easier than it's ever been because I don't have to do anything. Which is good for a 69-year-old. I mean, it's like be retired basically. And I live in a great place, good friends, and I play the drums a lot now. I don't know if I was before or not, but I go to Paradise, which I go up there and play the drums there. I play the drums at home, not so much. I don't want to disturb the neighbors too much. But life is good.
And that helps you as well, having those activities, you think helps you?
Well, going to the gym helps me the most. Playing the drum also helps me because I enjoy it so much. It's a good, coordination thing, and it's a good thing.
Well, you're looking great, and also kudos to Pen. How has it been for you, and how do you see Vincent improved, or do you think it's got a bit worse, or is it improved
No,
for you?
he good enough now. I'm already moved out. He good on his own now, but I'm still going to his house every day to work for him, like 2, 3, 4 hours a day. It's whatever that it need. Yeah, I'm still support to that, but right now I move out. I'm not do 24/7 anymore.
Okay.
As he a lot improve.
Yep.
And that's also give him some self time, and myself also that we have our own activity, and that it help a lot that he can create things by himself. Yeah.
What was the hardest thing? What's been the hardest thing of working with Vincent for you?
It's sometimes he still forget what we schedule already.
Okay.
And then when I'm remind him on that moment, wasn't enough time for him to prepare. It's kind of be a little bit difficult for me to manage and move on.
Okay.
But it,
No big problem.
No.
Well,
no,
you
no
also
problem.
used to be a nurse, right?
Right, I used to be a nurse.
So this is your thing. This is what you do with people,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just different type because when I was a nurse, I at the hospital as ICU unit care, but
Yeah.
this one is totally private. So this is much a lot easier than working for the hospital. So nothing to have to complain really.
What's it like not having Pen around 24/7 now? Is it just the same as before for you, or?
It goes back and forth. Sometimes I wake up and I expect her to be there and she's not there. I go, oh, where is she? that happens. And then I go, oh, yeah. But then, I see her pretty much 5 days a week. She's got the weekend off, but she still takes care of me. She really, I would say she takes care of me in a wonderful way because she goes into detail and she really watches me. And if there's anything that needs to get done, she does it. She's really good this way. Yeah.
What kind of examples is that? You think like keeping the place clean and like cooking for you?
Keeping the place clean. Like when I'm doing things around the house, she kind of watches me. When I do something wrong, she goes, and then she corrects it. No, it's good.
Because the relationship is a little bit, it's not always like patient nurse.
Right.
There's a friendship there. There's
Right.
there is a marriage relationship kind of.
Well, that's what our friends say. Yeah.
It's a platonic, but it's a like a marriage relationship because you bicker.
Right.
You bicker.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time with you, so you find that technique to work quite well.
No, and yes, for some reason no, and some reason because this happened like at the first video that I told you. I really appreciate him for what his heart is big to support another people all the time. That is kind of bit this is win my heart, and that is the same page, right? That's what I'm saying. We born here to support the people and also to support ourselves. Can see like almost like a Mary. I mean, like I say, Mary for the feeling, but not Mary like a growing family together. That different time, almost like a friend because we can talk to each another for everything. Almost like a father and daughter. Sometimes when I feel like, oh, got depressed and I have no one to talk to, he can be my father, he can be my brother, also he can be my kid most of the time, like a boy. So basically, look like that. It look like we are completely married. Yeah.
It's a special relationship. I've known you guys for a long time now. It's a special relationship. So just before we continue with today's video, I would like to share something very useful for anybody that's thinking of traveling to Thailand or anywhere else in the world from today's video partner, Sally's eSIM. An eSIM is a digital SIM card that is built into your phone, so you don't have to physically change SIM cards every time that you land. It's also going to help you avoid expensive roaming fees, and it can keep you connected even when there's no Wi-Fi. All you have to do is simply download the Sally app, choose the data plan for the country that you're going to, and you're good to go. It works in over 200 countries, and you can set it up before you travel, so you are instantly connected as soon as you arrive. Personally, I can't count the number of times that I've been traveling and I've had no access to Wi-Fi or data and I need to contact a friend or get a ride. Sally's eSIM makes sure that never happens to you. So if you're traveling and you want a simple, reliable way to stay connected, skip the local SIM cards and go for Sally's eSIM. What's more is you can now get 15% off Sally's data plans by using my code word NAKEDGURU. Simply use this QR code on screen, or you can go to the link that is in the pinned comment in the description below. So when you've decided to stay here and not return when your symptoms came up, you were taking a little bit of a risk there, do you think? And you told me a story previously about the reason that you took that risk with your mother.
I was living in Reno, Nevada. My mother's living in Napa, okay? And, and I was selling long-term care insurance for General Electric, okay? It was a great job. I was going, door to door doing sales and did well. But my mother's mother had Alzheimer's. Okay. Yeah. And her mother had Alzheimer's, right? As I can see, I think it's a high probability that's going to happen. And I was in the industry and I kind of understood it, a lot of different ways. So I got her and her current husband at that time to buy insurance. And so when it came on, she was automatically put into long-term care and it was paid for. Which worked out really well.
Yeah.
But she was in there for 6 years and I was still living in Thailand when that happened. Or I was living here. And then I would go back and visit her like 3 times during that course, and I just saw the degeneration. It was horrible. Yeah. there was one time I got a car and I'm driving her around Napa, and she looked at me and she says, "Who are you?" And I said, "I'm your son." She goes, "My son?" And I go,
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah. And the last time I saw her, she was totally paralyzed with the neck down. She's totally paralyzed, just eyes open, nothing. Yeah, nothing. But because of the insurance, it was all taken care of, and she was well taken care of. And when she was in there, she went into the long-term care. She had her own room in the beginning, and she was totally happy and stuff. And it just kind of progressively got worse, as it normally does. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the thing is, because of my background as a chiropractor and different things, I knew that the probability of me getting it was extremely high. Yeah. And so I started to research it and look at it, and I just found out that exercise is for me anyway, is the best solution. Mm-hmm. So as long as I exercise, and I tend to be lazy, but she gets me to exercise, I get better.
Yep.
Or stable. I can't say better, but stable where I can function.
And even though you'd seen that and you've been through that, you still chose to stay in Thailand and not return to America. Was there a reason behind that, or?
Well, there's a lot of different reasons. Okay, well, Pai in particular reminds me of Northern California back in the 1970s when I was growing up. There's a lot of nature here, a lot of freedom here, a lot of people trying to evolve themselves spiritually and using whatever chemicals they can to help them. It's very California, in that way, yeah. And there's just a lot of freedom here. And also, at my current income, I can afford it. I can live comfortably. In California, I'd be living in a tent under an overpass. Yep. It's just so expensive compared to here. Yeah, and so those are all the different reasons. But the other reason is that it's a Buddhist-based culture here. See, in the Buddhist culture, now correct me if I'm wrong on this, but as I remember, in the Buddhist culture, everybody understands that they have the ability to become one with their higher self, or their Buddha self. In Christianity, it's like there's only one person that can, and we have to rely on him. But this is more of a develop yourself, culture. Mm-hmm. And there's more of a kindness, there's more of a gentleness, there's more of a everyone helps everyone thing. It goes on here too. I just like it here a lot.
And how important is pen to the equation? So as time goes forward, do you think that's important, or do you have plan Bs in place?
Well, I would say she's critically important right now, because when we first met, and she came to my house. My house was so messy that I couldn't even walk through the living room in a straight line. I had to climb over things. I mean, it was just horrible. Yeah. And you spent
and that's because she had a broken leg. He on the wheelchair all the time.
That was part of it, yeah.
And that's a part of that. Not really the first, but it's the beginning of that. We met each another. He got a broken leg, and he still hop on his bike to come to helping me, because I got shot and I got COVID. I got the long COVID that caught me real bad, as I prepare myself to pass away. And then he came over and helping me. So I'm saying on that, I'm really appreciate. And then he broke a leg. I'm just say, okay, I do to pay back whatever I can do for you. And he just said, okay, come to clean my house. Mm-hmm. And I need someone to clean my house too. And this is the first day I got to his house. Totally mess. I just can't even put my feet on his floor. And took me 10 days, about 15 hours a day, the whole time cleaning his house. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just how we start. We start by helping each another, and then we appreciate on each another by that, and then we got more, and then his heart is amazing. Mm-hmm. Also my heart. That's what we try to help. Yeah. To helping each another and another people around us too. So that's it. I think that is just one thing in common, and the big thing that people need also.
Do you sometimes have people that ask for your services that you reject, that actually you don't want to work with? And yes. What happens there?
Many people asking me, and then I'm just saying, no, I don't have enough time to just do care of any people. But by the side of not like giving Vincent a care, but I'm still taking care of those people emotion if they need. If someone don't understand himself or themselves. They come to talk, oh, can I talking with you about my emotion or about my private or whatever. So I'm open. At least some people need someone to listening. I don't have much time just to go work on like with Vincent.
This is your full-time job too, right?
Right, this is my full-time job, yeah.
All right, so we've changed up location because we had Matt Cleaning Lady in. And I think we'll continue, Vincent, with... You had an experience before with somebody else, right? That before Penn, where it didn't work out.
This was how long ago was that? I mean, I forget how long ago it was, but yeah, I was in Phuket, working as a chiropractor at the Life Co. there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I had a great life. I mean, there's the only place in Thailand I know where you have a wave you can body surf or board surf on. You know, it was a great place. And it was like the beach was like maybe a 2-minute drive from where I worked. You know, it was an amazing place. And I was having all kinds of physical problems. You know, passing out, falling down, that kind of stuff. And I decided that driving a car would be a good idea because it was a pattern in me and it would help me with all kinds of coordination. So I was just practicing driving a car, and I happened to drive up to this one shop, and I just met this woman there because she was stuck because she couldn't get her car out, and I helped her get out, and we got into a relationship from that. And I really thought we were in a great relationship, but I was again having a lot of mental and functional problems. And it ended up that I got an inheritance, and I decided to turn it into gold. And it was like, at that time, 10 million baht, yeah. And I decided to put it in a safe in her house, for some reason, which I still don't understand why, because I was just renting where my house was, or I forget what it was, and she ended up stealing it all from me. Because I gave her, it's really interesting too, because when I put the safe on the floor, drilled it in, and then I gave her the key. She goes, "Oh, don't give me the key." Okay. And she said that, I go, no, because I was going to pass out. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? And then she brought me to Pai. She brought me to Pai and dropped me off here, and because she was like doing other things. I don't know exactly what that was at that time, and I was here living off my other income, and I was telling some people about it. They go, "Oh, she's going to steal from me." No, she won't steal from me. No. So I drove all the way, like 13 hours to Buriram, where her house was, and she changed the locks, and she stole the whole thing from me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of stories like that in Thailand.
Yeah.
It happens. You heard many stories like that, Pen? Or?
I heard many stories, and every time when I heard about that, it's so called to get me mad. I just got a Thai lady in the bad name, Thailand in the bad name also. So I don't like that kind of thing. It's that totally dishonest. And when people dishonest, they're not respectful for themselves and then for another people around them too. No, I don't like that kind of thing. But that's happen. Can't expect people being the same, even we are the same human.
Happens in America too.
Yeah.
Happens in America too, obviously.
Yeah, happens everywhere.
Right now, I think,
Yeah. It was. I can remember when I went to her house and I had the key she gave me for her house, right? And I went in, put it in, and it didn't work, and I literally passed out and fell down. Bap! I was so shocked and so devastated by the whole thing. And I went to the police, and the police said, "Oh, we can't do anything about it. It's in her house. It's her house. And that was just it." Yeah.
And you thought you were in a romantic relationship, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I thought we were in kind of a real close forever kind of relationship, but again, I was mentally dysfunctional, at the time, and I was just, I guess, people, I think everybody's different, but for me, when I got mentally dysfunctional, I became more and more like a simple mind. You get married, you do this. I didn't really have a lot of options. Because I was so simple in the way I was functioning. But after that, things just changed.
Yeah. Now, you've never also had kids before and didn't start a family, and you did that by choice as well, right?
Well, when I was 23 and I'm going to Sonoma State University, California, I had a girlfriend, and she said she was safe, but she wasn't. She got pregnant. And I'm thinking, oh my God! I said, well, do what you want to do. I left it up to her, and she ended up getting an abortion. I said, thanks. Okay, vasectomy. Never ever Because
I was in your 20s.
I was in my 20s. Remember, I grew up. My mother got married 5 times, just different people. My father got married, and my father got married 5 times.
Yeah.
I have a half sister I didn't even know about till I was 17. You know, I mean, there's so much chaos. Yeah, I said I don't want anything to do with this. Yeah.
So another lesson learned from the childhood that you took on to your later life.
Well, it was, I don't know, you call it a lesson, but it was just a decision. You know, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Now, my younger brother got married and had 2 kids, and they're doing fine.
Yeah.
You know, and my older brother got married and got 2 kids, and he's doing fine. I just don't want to go like I say, I don't ever want to grow up. You know, I want to just have my freedom, basically.
Just for the viewers as well, the conclusion to the story, she ended up losing it all anyway, didn't she? So I just want to make sure we...
Right. This was, with her, she stole all my money. And then, what was it, like 6 months ago? A year ago she called? But she contacted me again as somebody else. Okay. She kind of came onto my, my line or something. We started communicating back and forth. I didn't know who she was. And then she said something like, I owe you some money. And then I go, and I kind of, and I just canceled her.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just lucky that I have, when I created my income, I created 3 different sources of income, and I still have them. You know, I mean, except for one. But, you know, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
But like I say, in California, I wouldn't be okay. California, wouldn't have enough money to survive.
And Pen, you're original Pai people.
No, I'm original from Thai. That's where I was born, and that's where I grew up.
Yeah.
But when I'm finished study, so I came to Chiang Mai, and then work in Chiang Mai and stay in Chiang Mai longer than 20 years, basically 26 years. And then the COVID come, and country closed, and I got sick. So I came to Pai. I mean, I be in Pai going back many times already. So I just came here and then live in my friend house. He back to America, and I'm just saying I need some pay to recover my body, recover my mind, recover my emotion. And Pai is very quiet, and that suit me what I want, and be peaceful. So he said yes to me. So I'm here, and then just because I got the trouble that I told you before on the first video, he connect me with Vincent.
Just a quick recap. Married before to a foreigner. You had a house?
No. I know. Yeah, in my life, yeah, I married with foreigner before, 10 years ago before I came to Pai. Yeah. Because I came to Pai, really, I'm not completely moved to Pai yet. I'm still have my apartment in Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
But came to Pai, really stay in Pai because of taking care of Vincent. Yeah. But the time I was married, I met that guy long time ago when I was young, when I'm 24 years old. And somehow, it's just the same story with another people fall in love and then be on and off for 11 years. And then somehow I thought that he grow enough. And then I'm saying, no, you can't treat me like a toy that whenever you feel like you want to pray and then you just open the box, and then when you get bored, you put me in box. That's how he treats my feeling. I'm saying, no, if you really want to continue our relationship, let's prove. That's it, my biggest take in my life, and only one mistake I had done. So tell him to prove by marry, and he fight for marry. So I thought he grow enough. After marry, right the year after marry, we married here in Thailand, and then he back to his country, and then I'm flew to his country and get married there. And then since I came back, he disappeared. He ghosting me again. All the time this married, years that we had together, we never ever stay together. Okay. Not even one time, not even see he never come to me, and I never try to stay with him.
But the big problem that you solved since last time we spoke was that you had all that marriage annulled, and it's all done now, right?
Yes,
now you're free from that.
Yeah. I'm free for that, yeah.
And what I wanted to ask you as well is about the changing, because I've been coming to Pai for 16 years, living in Thailand 16 years. I've seen a lot of changes in Thailand, and I think many Thai people are feeling there's a lot of changes in Thailand now. How do you feel about Pai changing and Thailand changing in general? You have any worry?
Again, as the Buddha teaching, whatever happen, it will happen. We just learn how to understand them and let them go. Nothing we can control. But another idea is when we, let's say after COVID, when we reopen Thailand, and there's so many foreigners come to Thailand, and that big change. It's just 1 or 2 years. Honestly, I say Thailand it become mass, not peaceful anymore. Even in Pai, we were quiet at night before, and so many foreigners come. I not say all foreigner good. I'm not say all foreigner bad. We have good person and bad person, but so many bad behavior here in Pai and also all over Thailand now. Going to eat in restaurant, not paying, steal motorbike, renting motorbike, not return motorbike, and stay in the hotel and not pay the hotel. So many local people who do business on that get it caused and by this bad behavior. On that, it again make me uncomfortable and feeling like I don't want to welcome foreigner to Thailand at all. That is my own feeling. But again, on that part, they have so many good foreigner and nice foreigner come just want to be the peaceful, spend their life is quiet, not busy with another staff. Yeah, I agree with that, and I do welcome them. But what choice we can do? Is that to belong to the government and belong to the contact about country to country. So I cannot do with that. I'm just let see happen and not thinking too much. Yeah.
You're in a group of Thais though on Facebook, right, that share the story of, hey, we're looking for this foreigner. He kind of left with the bike, or he didn't pay the bill in the restaurant, and you just didn't have this. I don't remember this from years ago, especially in Pai.
Even 2 years ago. It wasn't
No, it started happening 2 years ago when many people from one country come with a young couple, most like a backpacker come, and then create a noisy, doing crazy activity, not behave well, and not respect local people, do all this kind of stuff. And then, of course, we have group on Facebook, a social network. So we have the Pai group for local people, so we know each another in Pai, and then whatever happens, so we have to find that person. It's almost every day coming up like that.
Do you think some Thai people, you know, my wife's Thai and whatnot, she's quite shy. She don't want to say out loud like, oh, I don't like this. Do you think some Thai people are a bit shy to say the problem out loud?
No, they're not shy really, just because we got teeth. Whatever happened, it's happened. So you let it go, but sometimes let it go on the bad thing. It's not good. But just because we live in the peaceful land before, our mind is peaceful, so we don't make the trouble to people around us. And just about the same page in their mind, we don't make the trouble to any people. But when we talking something negative, we are afraid that those people gonna come and harm us. That is stop us to talking. Especially talking out loud. Let's say if I'm saying something bad, if I'm saying the name of that country in the camera line now, most of people from that country gonna judge me like, what? We still have some good people in our country. See, and that's gonna turn to be argument. So based on what we got taught, it's better just being quiet. They're not shining, that they just don't want to harm people, don't want to get any bad to their self and family. Yeah.
You have any thoughts on that, Vincent? Do you would like to say? Or?
Well, I mean, I can remember, you know, they have this, on the river, they have the tubing thing where people come, you know, they float down the river in the tube and they get drunk and they get, you know, all these things. In the middle of the day, and there was this couple got off of the tubes and was having sex in the middle of the day in somebody's backyard on the river. You know, and people were complaining about that all over the place. You know, I mean that's so disrespectful. Yeah, you know, and it's basically, you know, this younger group you're talking about. You know, most of them, from my conversations with some of them, a lot of them are really nice. I mean, I've been friends with a lot of different ones, or acquaintances, I should say. And you know, it's just that they go through school, they got out of school, they go into the military, they get out of the military, and they've never really had any independent time. And now they're independent. You know, and they're just kind of like when I was a kid. You know, when you first get independent, you start doing some crazy things. Yeah, because you're just kind of pushing it, kind of seeing what's going on. You know, and I think that they'll all grow up eventually, but until then, they're creating problems, and they're not being as respectful as we would hope. Yeah, but it's going to change, I think.
We hope it improves.
We hope it improves. Yeah.
But
yeah.
if I can leave message to the camera to all over the world who watching this video about this topic, just only this topic about the foreigner come to Thailand, we still, Thai people still welcome your guy, come to our country, but please respect us. Please respect the prayer. Please respect the peaceful in our. Don't come to harm us. Don't come to thinking, oh, it's totally freedom here. I can do whatever. And then you forgot the beautiful thing. And then you destroy. And if your guy come and keep more thinking like that, and then creates more crazy mind, and then keep doing, soon Thailand gonna be cracked down, and or maybe soon Thailand going to be closed country and no longer foreigner coming. With Thai people also very strong when it comes to bad situation, and then we rise up together and fight. Have to thinking about the future of your guy. So calm, relax, chilling, respect, get the experience, learn the peaceful culture, and that's all you learning in your life. So we still welcome your guy come. Don't come and make the man to Thailand. And even foreigners see that who live here, like Vincent and another friend live there, they still feel uncomfortable already. They still start, I don't like
other foreigners seeing the problem, not only Thai people.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So that's all the message on this topic that I want to say. We still welcome, but please don't make the match in Thailand.
I was at a restaurant a week or so ago, and there was a young woman there in a bikini, which is totally against the culture, right? But she didn't know it. And so I just leaned over to her. I said, you're dressing disrespectful to the culture. You should be wearing, you shouldn't be wearing so little clothes in a restaurant. Yep. And she goes, oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. And she said, I'll go ahead and I'll change. They're just not aware always that there's a different culture than where they come from. That's all.
Sometimes it's an educational thing,
Yeah, right.
Penn says, stay happy, stay calm. That's your philosophy, right?
Right. That's most important. Yeah. That's important in our life. We no longer here. Sometimes everybody gonna leave the body. So why you keep messy to another people? Why just stay in the mind thinking something crazy? So just come down, relax, chilling, be happy. At the beginning of this video, when you happy inside, when you find yourself in peaceful inside, and your health it be stronger, and that's it. Again, I can say energy leads energy. Happy energy leads happy. Coming positive lead positive.
And Vincent, as a last question, is there any advice you would give to somebody that is in the 60s and 70s thinking about coming over to Thailand? Like, obviously you've done it and you're doing it under quite difficult circumstances. You're dealing with things that some people, a normal retiree would not be dealing with necessarily.
Correct.
So what would your advice be?
That's an interesting question. I have to really think about that. Some people come to Thailand thinking they're going to set up a business and work, and that's not easy. Yeah, and I wouldn't recommend it. Have income coming in from somewhere else.
Yep.
Yeah, and then just be friendly, be easy, and follow the rules.
And as far as you're concerned, you're going to stick it here to the end, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I have no reason to want to go anywhere else. Like I say, this place reminds me of like where I grew up. There's a lot of freedom, and it's easy. I compared to California, this is like massively easy.
Oh, and then it's gonna be my nightmare. I don't want to taking care of you the rest of your life. Come on.
I think she will. Yeah. These two like to joke with each other a lot.
I can die at any time and I'm fine. I've had a full life.
And you feel you've had a full life, Vincent?
Huh?
You feel you've had a very full life?
Yeah. I've had, I'm like I say, I'm 69 pretty much, and I've had like 4 different parts of my life. 4 different parts, and they were all like fantastic and unique, and learning lessons all over the place. And at this age, I'm kind of thinking there's really not much more I want to do except meditate and connect to that higher level of consciousness. Oh, and play drums and get stoned. I mean, all those things are fun. But
you're not allowed to get stoned anymore, Vincent.
I know. It's the same for that question. I feel that I have full life already.
Yeah.
I can go anytime, even right now.
No problem.
Today, no problem.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy to go too.
Be happy to go.
I'm leaving. Yeah.
Well, I think there's one thing kind of unique about the culture here is that they really believe in the same spiritual teachings that I believe in.
Yep.
And so I think we're comfortable. I mean, if when I pass on, I know I'm not going to die. I continue on a different level, and I'll probably come back here again. Yeah.
You're an established chiropractor as well, and what's interesting is your memory seems to be quite good for your chiropractic stuff. Your long-term memory seems to be fine, but it's only the short-term memory that's impacted at the moment.
Correct. Well, but remember, I've been a chiropractor for 40 years, and I was doing that. And for me, doing a chiropractic adjustment is like tying my shoe. I've been doing it for so long, and it's fun. I do like it. But I don't. But when I learn new stuff, it's kind of it's interesting, but it's also challenging in some ways, and it's good for me. And I like doing that. Yeah.
Did you remember me when I contacted again?
Yes.
About the video you did?
Yeah, I did remember. Yeah. Well, again, I've been going to the gym. I've been working out, and my memory it gets better.
Memory getting better and improve.
That's great.
Yeah. It really does. If I exercise, eat well, sleep enough, take care of my physical body, the memory improves.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fantastic checking in with you both, through the interview, but as friends as well,
Yeah.
And thanks a lot for sharing what you've shared. Very interesting and food for thought for the subscribers. So, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.